Hi class, it's Miss Renee. We are going to go over the importance of building relationship between instructors and the student. Now, a little bit about me. I am a teacher, but I have only ever taught up to third grade. I usually do elementary, and I am currently working as a Head Start teacher. So teaching adults a little different for me, but it's fun to learn new things. So the importance of building relationships between instructors and students. We have reduces the level of behavioral problems, increase higher levels of academic success, enables students to feel comfortable in their learning environment, and positive relationships that help the students to lay groundwork for their future leadership. So we will go on to the next slide, describe a little bit more. So here we have the best practices for building relationships. Move it down here. We want to learn the names quickly and correctly. In traditional settings, learning is advisable to assign seats and change learners often. Developing interest in learners' interest and sharing stories and having a sense of humor. So this last one's huge to me. You always want to share stories and have a sense of humor. This is what at least keeps me intrigued in a class. I like to hear about other people's lives. That's why I'm kind of interested in watching all of your slideshows. I like to see people. I like to know more about their background. I actually feel this way about church also. The pastors having a sense of humor and sharing their past experiences, it helps me connect. And then you want to know about your students' interest. I mean, if you're teaching things that they're just not interested in at all, you're not going to catch their interest. You're not going to catch their attention. And learn their names and try to say them correctly. Right now I have 2 children from India, and I'm not going to lie, I have butchered their parents' names a few times. It's embarrassing for me. I'm sure they don't appreciate it. And I have a little Russian child who doesn't speak any English. Parents don't speak English. So the communication there, it's been tough. But trying to learn their names and to pronounce them correctly is important. Here we have, let's go down here, how to discover needs and interests in adult learners, giving feedback about the performance, involving them in the learning process, giving them opportunities to apply new knowledge and skills, and involving them in activities to help them relate new learning with past experience. I like to get feedback. I prefer positive feedback, of course, but I like to get feedback so that I know if I'm not doing things correctly and what I can do to do things better. It just helps. As a teacher, I make sure to always give my children feedback, and I give their parents the feedback also so that they can help them at home. I like to involve them. You know, what can we do to make this better? That can go with any age. Give them the opportunities to apply new knowledge and skills. Show me how you want to do this, how you believe you can make yourself better, and maybe we can find that middle ground. Involving them in activities to help them relate to learning with past experience. What have you done like this in the past, and how can we turn this into more, make it more in our future learning? And we will go to the next slide. How to address student viewpoints that differ from your own, and just understanding their bias, interpreting different perspectives, comparing and analyzing different information, and developing emotional regulation and empathy. That's important. You know, everybody's going through different things. This last year's been crazy for everybody. We live in a place also where we had some major earthquakes a year and a half ago. I know the families were going through a lot. A lot of our families were homeless. You have to have empathy for them. I understand as a teacher, you can't just let them float on without them doing their work and properly learning, but sometimes situations are hard for people. So to me, and understanding their bias, there's a lot of times we're not going to understand what people are going through. We're not going to understand why they feel the way they feel, but we can try. And then how to apply the Christian worldview by supporting culture and diversity. Like I said, I have a couple Hispanic children, parents don't speak English. I have Russian child, parents don't speak English, neither does he. I have two Little East Indian children whose parents don't speak English, and they barely do. So we're all learning together. It's kind of fun for me because I get to learn new things also. The Christian worldview, there's a couple of them are Muslims. So just like the Christian worldview, you have to respect other people's cultures. And as a Christian, I understand that. I respect what you are. I'm interested in learning about it. This comes with schoolwork also. Help everybody out. Understand people, help them out. Don't be judgmental. And everything will run fairly smoothly. And people will appreciate you and what you're teaching better that way. And then here we have the references, which I'll leave open for a second so you can go through and look at them.